movies and games and TV shows, the Cinemaniacs podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Cinemaniacs podcast, where we talk movies, games, and TV show. I, of course, am your host, Maceo, and as always, I am joined by my co-host,
Matthew.
And today, we've got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
So, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Now, to start us off on some, not news movie-wise, but some unfortunate news. John Romita, the comic book artist for Marvel Comics, sadly passed away this past week. He was the co-creator co-creator of Mary Jane Watson, Wolverine, Punisher, Luke Cage, and just a bunch of favorites. And he's known for his work on the Amazing Spider-Man series. So rest in peace, John Romita. Hulk and Namor have officially reverted back to Disney's grasp.
Yep.
They're officially in their palm again. Now, Incredible Hulk is now on Disney Plus, which I saw that. Yay!
And didn't it come back like however many years after the movie came out? Like 15 or whatever, however many years it's been since the movie came out. It was like the anniversary when the rights reverted back and stuff as well.
Right, I believe so, yeah.
Like it all happened on the same day, I think. Like the rights reverted back on the same day, got added to Disney Plus and all that.
Yes, like it all timed perfectly, basically. Yeah, I believe that's how it went down. Some extremely unfortunate news is Tenoch Huerta, who plays Namor.
Yes.
Is being accused of sexual assault right now. Again, terrible allegations.
Yes.
What is with Marvel actors, especially villains, it seems? Come on.
Who knows, man?
We'll get some updates on this, I'm sure. He's already said that he didn't do anything, classic. Yeah. We don't know. Anyways, that's an update on that. But let's go ahead and hop right into our news. So starting off, Christopher Lloyd has joined the Knuckles spin-off series that they're doing for the live-action Sonic movie. It's pretty interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
Andy Muschietti, who directed The Flash, is confirmed. So just a week ago, it was like a rumor, but now it's confirmed that he is going to be directing Batman Brave and the Bold for James Gunn's new DCU.
Yes.
And after The Flash, the Batman stuff was definitely the most entertaining part for me.
Okay.
For me personally.
Yeah.
And I think that's a good choice, but I do think it's a good casting.
Yeah.
But coming off the back of The Flash, there's a lot of issues that people are having with the movie.
Yeah.
I think it's good. What's your take on that?
I think it's a stylistic kind of choice because it seems like from what I saw from the quote or whatever, Gunn said that he saw like that Andy kind of like cares about these characters a lot and stuff.
Right.
And he has and that care kind of comes through the screen, I guess, a little bit. And I guess that was a big factor to why he was, kind of picked and stuff. And obviously the Flash has been semi, it has been 50-50 in terms of its kind of reception, I feel like. But this is definitely an interesting choice. I don't think it's for me, I don't think I'm neither here nor there necessarily on it yet. Just would like to get more information about the project in general and stuff, Mm-hmm. But yeah.
I agree. More DC news. The Authority will appear in Superman Legacy.
Yes.
And the Authority already confirmed to be having their own project in the DC universe. So they're pulling an MCU type thing where they're going to introduce something in one movie and it'll come back later.
Yeah.
So perfect start right there. You're already off to a good start.
Yep.
Okay, we got a trailer for the live action One Piece show.
Yes.
Oh, you're not a One Piece fan.
Not particularly, no.
Yeah. And from what I've seen of the show, the trailer kind of captures exactly what I've seen. It looks like the animated show.
It kind of does, honestly.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I mean, live action anime is just weird. It's weird territory, and One Piece I think could be maybe an anime that could be live action, but I've also seen some really like bizarre things in One Piece. Like there's like a talking like teddy bear that is constantly like with the main group of characters on their adventure or something. So I'm not sure how that will look in live action. And there's also like weird powers. Like I don't know if you know, but Luffy, the main character, his whole thing is that he's like stretchy. And stuff.
The gum pistol thing.
I don't know I don't know the budget on the show exactly. I know that they built the ship was actually built. Like
that was a real prop?
Yeah, they actually built. I don't know if every scene that they used for it was 100% practical. They might have used some CGI for the boat and stuff like that, but I just don't know. It's Netflix as well.
Yes,
so
it's always it is. It's Netflix.
Just gotta throw that in there too.
Yeah, Netflix live action anime. We already got Death Note, and that was horrendous.
Yeah.
Did you even watch it? Did you?
Yeah, I've actually watched it a couple times, like in like a laugh at it kind of.
Oh, okay, I
didn't
willingly
enjoy
sat
it,
down.
Yeah. But the dude who played Light in that movie, he's like a popular actor, I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
And also the guy who plays L. The guy who plays L is I don't know. He's been in a bunch of stuff now, but he's like
it's isn't it Lakeith?
Yeah,
Stanfield?
Yeah, it is Lakeith Stanfield.
He's great.
Yeah. But it was like doesn't look exactly like him now because I think he had like a way trimmed down hair.
Yeah, he had a short haircut.
But no, that was them two.
Okay, wow.
Movie, yeah.
And Ryuk is
Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Not a bad casting, honestly, but the movie,
the movie is terrible.
Yeah.
If they do another live action Death Note, they definitely need to bring back Willem as
I
Ryuk,
think so. I honestly think that they should do like a Japanese like kind of casting, and I think Willem Dafoe even as Ryuk would
still fit
like in an all Japanese cast and stuff. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Well, also we got the live action first look at the Last Airbender.
Yes.
So based on the pictures that we've gotten, it kind of looks like the movie. Kind of looks like the movie that we got.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on these, like, on the character reveals. So I think Katara looks okay.
Yeah, she looks good.
Katara looks okay, I think. And I think Zuko looks okay as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Zuko. Okay. Yeah, he looks pretty good.
But Sokka and Aang, man, I don't know. Something about him just throws me off.
He kind of... Because Ian Oosley, I think that's how you say it, who plays Sokka... he kind of looks like him. I think I
don't know. I mean, he kind of does with like the haircut and stuff, but there's just I don't know something about it is throwing me off. And then Aang, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if Aang can be done in live action.
Arrow,
and why do the robes look like a Halloween costume or like or like a cosplay kind of thing? I feel like there's a more natural kind of, maybe they just need a darkened colors. I know it's like brighter in the actual show, but maybe it would look better in live action if it was like more darkened,
darker,
kind of look more worn a little bit.
Okay, that's fair.
And the arrow is just goofy, the arrow is goofy.
It's hard to make that work.
And we also haven't seen Momo. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
That's a hard one to do in live action.
Yeah, the flying monkey.
Honestly, I don't think Appa will be that bad. Appa will probably be pretty fine.
Appa's I mean, I think in the original live action movie, he looks fine. Yeah.
But Momo will probably be pretty terrible. Momo will honestly probably be pretty bad.
Yeah, it's 50-50.
Yeah, and it's also Netflix, right?
Again, also Netflix. Both. This is also a series.
Yeah.
Just like the One Piece. Netflix and live action anime stuff I would say it's always 50-50, but so far it's 0 to 100 on bad stuff.
I will say though, even though I'm not a One Piece fan, I have more hope for the live action Avatar: The Last Airbender because like I feel like they're going into it knowing like how bad it can be, you know, with the movie. So they have to have some knowledge of like, yeah, we got to make something at least like decent.
Yeah, if they don't try at all, it should probably still be better than the live action movie. So we got our first looks at that. Yeah. It looks again 50-50 on that. We got the first trailer for Pixar's Elio,
Yeah.
which okay,
I actually didn't watch the trailer on this yet.
I checked it out. It
Okay.
looks cute, but again, it's the same thing we were talking about with Sean Chandler. It's not new. It's
Yeah.
nothing inventive. It does look just like everything else.
Like you've seen it before.
Yes, exactly. And I will say it's a new story. It's a little boy getting abducted by aliens, and it's a new story that is an original. It's original, but it just doesn't look exciting. It doesn't invoke excitement in me. You know.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah.
understand that. I think that the in a space kind of atmosphere, the visuals have a possibility to be like kind of more out there. But I know that's the thing. Like no one's complaining about the visuals with Pixar.
No,
know?
right?
It's like
yeah.
it's the story that's really the root of the problem.
Yes.
And stuff, the characters and all that. You know.
And the Elemental came out. We didn't go see it, but
Yeah.
I know that people have seen it, obviously, and it has gotten better reviews than it was before it came out. It was like at 50 something on Rotten Tomatoes, and now it's at like 80 something. So it's gotten better as it's come out. So I don't know though. The complaints that I've heard are that it is just unoriginal.
It feels the same. You know? That's what I've heard as well. So
yeah, but we'll see with this Pixar's Elio supposed to come out next year.
yeah.
We got our first look at well, not really our first look, but some still images of Kraven and Venom from the Spider-Man 2 PS5.
Yes.
It looks good.
Looks great.
Yep. And it's concept art apparently, but it looks like shots from the game. So
I love how this is like a whole contrast right here too. Venom, like they're literally fighting Venom in night and during the rain in the air.
Yes.
And versus fighting Kraven during the daytime on the ground.
yes.
I feel like that alone kind of displays what these will be like. Because Kraven, he has like his goons and stuff around him
Yeah.
as well, right? So those will be like big battle stuff. You know, a whole bunch of enemies fighting. And then there's also Kraven you got to worry about.
Right.
But the Venom fights are going to be, it's just Venom, bro. It's like,
Yeah.
he's just gunning after you.
Which
you know?
shows you like how much they want you to fear Venom, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of because he feels like a Dr. Octopus, you know, kind of final bad guy. Yeah. Yep. And the night in the rain for Venom, classic.
Oh, yeah.
You can't have Venom and not fight him in the rain at night.
Yeah.
It's an
It's
almost
just the perfect setting. You know?
It is, and it's an almost nostalgic feeling.
Yeah, in the New York rooftops where they're crashing in
Yes.
from rooftop to rooftop.
Yes.
You know? Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So these images look really good. I can't wait to play
It's
this.
going to be such a fun game.
I hope I have a PS5 by the time it comes out. Well, Nintendo and Illumination are rumored. It's rumored that they're working on a Zelda movie.
Yeah.
However, the president of Illumination, I can't remember, Chris something. He denied it. He said, "No, this is not happening. But our relationship is still very good with Nintendo." I think this is just we haven't announced it yet, so it's not happening.
Yeah.
But this is true.
Like it's still happening.
Yeah.
So what's interesting about this is I heard that the last like rumored Zelda like series or movie, whatever it was
Yeah.
gonna be, I heard that it got canceled because Nintendo because it got leaked or whatever that it was happening, and Nintendo they don't like the leaks and stuff, so they were just like we're canning the whole thing.
It's exactly what happened.
People have kind of been worried that this might be a similar situation, that a Zelda movie got leaked and that's why the dude's denying it now because Nintendo said, "Nah, man." But I don't know. I feel like
they already came out with a good movie. People received it well.
That's what I'm thinking too. Like I feel like they've already got that basis with the Mario movie.
Right.
I don't think that they're gonna care about leaks, and honestly, Nintendo's gonna have to get over leaks. Like.
Yes.
That's just a part of the film industry and stuff, you know?
Especially today. Like when it first leaked, the first Zelda thing leaked,
Yeah.
it was 2013.
Yeah.
Leaks were not the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Now, that's how you market a movie, basically,
literally.
is by leaks.
Kraven the Hunter being by example, by the way.
Yeah. Which is, I didn't know that because they dropped the trailer and I just thought, okay.
Yeah.
Because I woke up and the trailer was already
Yeah.
out. I didn't realize it got leaked.
Yeah. It literally got leaked, and then Sony was like, "Oh yeah, by the way, Kraven."
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're dropping it right now. Yeah. We didn't. Yeah, that wasn't an
That
accident.
was funny.
That's hilarious. Well, so I think the Zelda movie is happening.
Yeah, I do too, honestly.
I
think that the Mario movie gave them that confidence.
I think it's exactly what it did. It gave them the boost to be like, let's make this movie, but they haven't announced it yet. So now that people know it's happening, we're gonna say it's not.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
And yes, that's exactly what happened with the last one.
Yeah.
Literally, they were doing a live action Zelda series, and it got leaked, and they immediately they were like, nope, not anymore. We're not doing it now. So dumb, so dumb. But that also means they probably didn't have confidence in it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure whatever they come out with Illumination will be probably a billion times better than whatever they had planned before.
Yes, I agree. Well, what did you have for this week?
Okay, so I had some stuff. Apparently, Sony is working on a Black Cat project.
I feel like that's been in the works for a while now.
So this is kind of following the trend of non-Spider-Man characters, getting their own movies and stuff. I will say though, Black Cat is someone who possibly, if done like really well, could be like her own solo character. She's not like a Kraven or a Venom or a Morbius, God forbid.
Right.
I
agree that she can be.
It still will probably be pretty bad.
But yeah, well, we'll see. But it's a thing like with Catwoman. The Catwoman movie that came out in 2004 with Halle Berry or whatever. That movie is bad for its own reasons. But a Catwoman movie standalone is like, why? The thing that makes her so interesting is her relationship with Batman. The thing that makes Catwoman's or the Black Cat so interesting is her relationship with Spider-Man.
Yeah. So the only way that you could do this is maybe have Spider-Man
be in it
in the movie,
or at least Peter Parker.
Yeah,
at least
that could be cool though to see like maybe like an actual on-screen relationship between Felicia Hardy and Peter.
Yeah,
but it'd be like through Felicia's
basically they're swapping
point of view,
where it's like Peter doesn't know she's Black Cat. And he's the love interest.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, yeah. Well, what would be more interesting is if we saw Black Cat in the MCU and we saw them be a couple and...
Yeah, for sure.
But they're not going to do that because that would be too perfect.
Yeah, Sony doesn't think that way.
Yeah.
Anyways, Quentin Tarantino describes his upcoming film, The Movie Critic, as Travis Bickle if he were a film critic.
Okay.
So...
Me?
I just thought that was pretty cool because Taxi Driver is one of Tarantino's favorites and stuff like that. He really likes Travis Bickle and stuff, so that's kind of cool that his last movie or whatever is gonna incorporate that and isms, I guess, into the main character possibly.
And you know damn well that he has to have everybody he's ever worked with in this movie.
Well, apparently the lead is going to be someone he hasn't worked with, but I'm sure that everyone else besides the lead is probably going to be someone he's worked with. It honestly might be a Wes Anderson situation where someone just pops in for a
maybe
1 second little
scene. Well, it's funny because he kind of does that in Inglourious Bastards. He does it with Samuel Jackson, he voiceovers one part of the movie. So he kind of already does that, but I think he's got to give everybody back. He's got to have everybody in this movie.
He needs the old, at least the old guys. He isn't that known for working with Brad Pitt or
right.
Well, Brad Pitt decently, but not Leonardo DiCaprio or stuff like that. But he really needs to get Samuel Jackson back.
I don't imagine Sam not being in it.
John Travolta even should come back. Uma Thurman should come back.
That's gonna be a hard.
Those would be hard ones to get back, but I mean,
with the thing.
It'd be kind of worth it. Tarantino's Endgame.
Yeah, Tarantino Endgame. It's basically what it is. I mean, he's literally making a movie about a guy who
likes movies. Stuff,
well, I don't know about likes movies. He reviews movies.
Travis Bickle, if he were a film critic, that's interesting.
Yeah, Travis Bickle's already a character that people are literally me.
Yeah.
So I wonder what movie, what film people are gonna be yeah, this is definitely me. Right.
That's gonna be an interesting one for sure. In Extraction 3 with Chris Hemsworth is officially in the works at Netflix.
Okay.
Because the second one just dropped, right?
It did.
And I actually haven't watched any of the Extraction movies yet, but I saw a clip from the second one that really makes me very interested for sure. I think I might be tuning in.
The first one is pretty good. It's not the best thing you'll ever see.
Yeah.
It's not even the greatest action movie, but it's a lot of fun.
Okay.
And the second one I have not watched yet, but I actually plan on watching some probably tonight.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good stuff.
Bro, I saw him gun down like a helicopter with like
Are you
with
serious?
like a machine gun. It was crazy, bro.
I heard that this movie has, because the first movie has the longest one-take action scene. It's like 10 minutes long, and it's worth it.
That just sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's incredible. But this movie apparently has, I think they said a 20-minute. But I don't
20-minute one take?
Yes, but I don't know if that's accurate. I haven't seen the movie yet.
Bro.
But if that's true,
that just sounds sexy, bro. I know the cameraman was working his ass off, bro.
he was making that dough. He was for sure making that paycheck.
I've heard of the training and stuff. Like Chris Hemsworth has kind of talked about like the training and how like it's like way more intense and stuff than like the Marvel stuff. And I know the Marvel stuff isn't like that intense because it is like a lot of powers and green screen and stuff. But the extraction stuff, the way he talks about it, it was like John Wick kind of stuff where he's like, you know, he had to like really train like the strengthness of his body, not like the looks and stuff, but actually like get strong and shit.
Right, be powerful.
Yeah.
Yes, that's not a surprise at all. He's very much a John Wick character.
Yeah.
He's I don't ever miss a shot and I can't die kind of thing. I think the first movie ended pretty well. I think the thing that undermines the first movie is the fact that there is a sequel, because the first movie, without really spoiling it, but at the same time you can't really spoil it because the second one's out, he basically, like, you think he dies basically.
Okay.
And I think that it could have been very well done if it had ended there.
Just like on that vagueness kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
But they brought him back. Yeah. So, okay. Well, all right. But the movie is still a lot of fun nonetheless. Yeah. And David Harbour's in it too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I think they're the two like biggest names in the movie. So it's pretty good.
I'll have to check it out for sure. And then Netflix obviously likes it. They're making a third one, so I mean.
Yes. I think you'll like it more than Gray Man.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I don't hate Gray Man as much as a lot of people.
Right, yeah.
But I definitely don't love it. You know, like I definitely don't love it.
I think personally, I honestly think that it might be like the best showcase of Chris's emotion, his acting, his emotional acting. Thor obviously
very interesting.
Yeah, and Thor obviously is a character where he has put emotional investment into when he's acting, but you don't see the lengths of it until this Extraction. I think he's really good in the movie.
That'd be nice to see for sure, man.
Yeah.
Next, I got Linda Hamilton joins the cast of Stranger Things 5. So this is I don't know her like specifically, but the only thing I know her from is like the older, like not older, but like I guess like she is older in the in the what is it called, the Terminator series or whatever. She's in the Terminator movies.
Sarah Connor.
Yeah, I think.
Okay.
She has like the glasses on.
Right, it's Sarah Connor. Yeah, Sarah Connor.
So yeah, she's joining the cast of Stranger Things.
Nice. That's nice.
The interesting thing about this is the Duffer Brothers did say when Stranger Things 4 came out that they weren't gonna introduce a new character.
And here they are
in 5 because, you know, they need to kill off someone in the cast to bring those stakes up, you know?
Yeah.
And here they are, brand new character.
I think it's a little dumb to expect them not to introduce. I mean, it's a new season.
Like
of
not any
show.
New characters at all is crazy to.
Yeah. Now maybe she lives, or maybe she dies early on.
I feel like she's gonna play like some military, like kind of like leader that's like, we gotta get those guys in the upside down, something like that.
Yeah, they pull like a. All the military's here, and they're all a bunch of dumb idiots that just shoot things. Yeah,
probably. Yeah,
probably. Well, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
but she is number 1 on my most likely to die list.
Yeah,
I
now
can't.
that she's...
I just can't. I can't not have her at number 1.
She's a new character in a Stranger Things show.
That's just how they do it.
Yeah, you can't.
That's just how they do it. The runtime for Barbie has finally been released. 1 hour and 54 minutes. So just under 2 hours for the Barbie movie.
It's missing that extra 3 hours that I was hoping it would have.
Yeah, bro. I honestly thought it was going to be like upwards of 2. honestly.
Yeah.
So it is a bit shorter than I thought, but not that much shorter than I was thinking, because it is like, it's a Barbie movie, it's going to be fun.
Right.
But
Right.
how long can you do that for,
Yeah, definitely. And it's definitely going to be a contrast with it in Oppenheimer for sure.
It's going to be like a quick, fun Barbie experience and like a dreadful, like an emotional dread of, a void of emotions in fucking Oppenheimer. Yeah, it's going to be crazy. The Amazing World of Gumball is getting a continuation season.
I saw this.
And it's not like a reboot or anything. It's like picking up right from where the TV show left off.
Which, if you don't know, the show literally ends on a humongous cliffhanger. Have you seen the last episode?
I haven't seen the last episode.
So the last episode ends with their entire universe collapsing. and it's not like a one episode type thing where it's like, oh, the universe collapsed, but they'll be back tomorrow, It's this thing that's been building up throughout the show, is this background character who comes in every now and then, who was like the villain of the show. Like, his name's Rob. He literally, every time he's on screen, he's like, the end of the world is coming. And every time he's important to the episode, something huge happens. Like, it's like reality breaks and like Gumball and him fight or something.
Yeah.
And the last episode is literally the entire universe caving in on itself, and they all get sucked into a hole, and it ends. And then they canceled the show.
Nice.
So it left on a big cliffhanger, but also at the same time, it's almost like a fitting ending for the show.
That's very interesting, though. So I'm assuming that this is Cartoon Network and stuff still.
I would assume.
Who actually owns Cartoon Network? Like, what?
Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers. Okay.
Yeah.
So, that makes sense.
Because it's on Max.
Yeah. So, damn. So I think does that lead the way for any other like dead Cartoon Network shows possibly be getting resurrected or anything?
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I don't know if like some of them like regular show has like a actual like conclusion,
right?
And like we see the characters like in the future and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
it hasn't.
Regular show's done.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's possible.
But this is needed because
this is awesome. The
Gumball is unironically one of the greatest cartoons out there.
It's gonna be exciting to see how because when did it end? What year?
2016.
Yeah. So it's gonna be there's like a little bit of a gap there in between the seasons. So might be some changes artistically maybe.
Yeah. And the actors who are playing him at the end of the show are obviously like the guy that plays him towards the end of the show is Leonardo in the new Ninja Turtles movie. Yeah. And so, I mean, they will have to recast. And obviously, they have recasted throughout the show. I think they recasted twice. And literally halfway through an episode, or like the very end of the episode is, we're going to be kids forever. They'll never get rid of us. And then they say something else, and it's the new voice actors. And they go, and they look at the screen like, oh, like what just happened?
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a good use of like, recast.
Just being like self-aware about like the recast and stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Both Woody and Buzz are returning for Toy Story 5. So speaking of Pixar and no new ideas and stuff like that.
Well,
we said goodbye.
Yeah. The only good part of Toy Story 4 to me is the ending between Woody and Buzz and the gang. That's if you're gonna do anything else, okay, you're getting rid of Woody and he's saying goodbye to the gang. Great. There's nothing else to do.
Why are they returning,
bro? I don't get it.
Does Tim Allen need a paycheck or something, man? Or Tom Hanks?
Somebody? What else does he do? Tim Allen doesn't do anything besides Toy Story. Tom Hanks obviously does everything.
Yeah.
So I
just don't know, man.
I don't get it.
And it destroys the impact, that last one had. At least a little bit. It diminishes it.
4 already got rid of the impact that 3 had.
And it's like,
and then 4 is now going to be diminished of anything good that it already had.
So like at this point they shouldn't even try to say goodbye, honestly. They should just be like, see you next time at the end of this one, because like we know there's probably going to be a 6th one.
Right.
It's like,
why do you not get it, Disney? Do you not understand?
Yeah. We honestly shouldn't be blaming Pixar, because it's probably the
Disney.
Actual creative people at Pixar are probably actually being like, massively like suppressed and stuff like
Yeah.
that in terms of like their outreach and their voice
Right.
and stuff like that, because I know they would not be signing up for a 5th Toy Story movie, bro.
No way. No way. I can't. I
No.
don't. Anyways.
Speaking of sequels, all the Avatar sequels have they've been delayed, but also they've also got official announced dates
Right.
and stuff for them now.
Yeah.
So Avatar 3, the next one, comes out December 19th, 2025.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be the one with the Fire Tribe and
Right.
Yeah.
When the Fire Nation attacked. Yeah.
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 Avatar 4 coming out December as well, December 21st, 2029. So 4 years after the third one.
Jeez.
And the 5th one coming out December 19th, 2031.
Okay.
2031.
Come on.
So that one is only 2 years after the 4th one. So I'm guessing that they're going
Right.
to work on the 5th one during. They're going to pull Spider-Verse. They're going to work on the 5th one while they're doing the 4th one after the 3rd one. You know.
Yeah.
That little gap there.
I should not be hearing about movies that are coming out in the next 10 years already. Like okay, at the end of the 2020s, like the Avengers movies. Okay. But the fact that we now have a date for a movie that's coming out 1 year after 2030,
Bro.
stop. I don't want to hear about this.
And Zoe Saldana said she said something like she was 27 or some shit when she started
Right.
filming the first Avatar. She said she's gonna be like 50 or something when the 5th one comes
Yeah.
out.
She would be around 50 or a little over. Yeah.
Bro. What?
Yep. Yeah. Time is a scary.
And what are
scary
they,
thing.
bro? Where are they going with this story?
It genuinely, it sounds like they're going Avatar the Last Airbender.
Yeah, like they're gonna go the Fire Nation, and then they're gonna go like an Earth tribe or something.
Tribe. Yeah.
And then I said this: the 4th one's gonna be the Earth movie, and then the 5th one's gonna be the Avatar people going back to Earth.
Yep. All coming.
Because they already they've low key been throwing in subtle hints about like how the Na'vi are like affected on Earth, like because the one annoying kid, the spider kid or whatever,
Yeah.
he goes, "Oh man, you guys can breathe 48 billion hours of Earth air, but I can only breathe 5 seconds of your air. Oh shucks, aren't you guys so great?"
I'm not even sure what that means. 5 seconds of air? What does that mean?
Basically, he like I don't know, their air was like too dense or whatever. Some James Cameron ass sci-fi reason. The humans can't breathe in the Na'vi air, but the Na'vi can breathe for like 50 bajillion hours, I guess. I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's weird.
But that's my prediction.
Yeah.
They're taking the fight back to Earth.
That's what it sounds like.
But oh yeah, and also Netflix, their password cracking down stuff, you know, their whole shindig with that. They've actually been seeing some positive results from it,
Okay.
sadly.
Yeah.
So kind of feels like the big corporations are just kind of stomping on us now.
Okay. All right. Just a big punch down.
Yeah, I mean, so obviously if they're getting success and stuff with the password sharing, they're just going to continue to.
Yeah.
You know.
So literally, you're losing business.
Yeah, it's
because that's how most people. And you said this was who that was doing it, right? Netflix. Okay. Yeah. Literally the one platform that everybody unanimously like shares.
Yeah, and what's even more funny is they used to be like very like pro password sharing. They have like a very famous old tweet where they like promote for like using password sharing for like your girlfriend or something like that, or like your family, shit like that. And it's just kind of funny.
That's literally how a whole like half of the users use Netflix, maybe more.
Yeah.
So I mean, you're getting rid of almost all your users, but whatever.
But yeah, that was the movie and TV news and stuff. Yeah.
Well, then let's hop into the Marvel news now.
Let's get it.
And there was definitely some interesting news that came out this week for the Marvel stuff. We got our first Kraven trailer.
Yes.
Now, did you watched it?
Yeah, I watched.
I'm
the
guessing.
trailer.
Now this poster.
The poster looks great.
The poster's nice. I'll give them that.
Yeah.
They get this, that the poster is nice. That's literally like a direct rip from the
comic. Yeah.
Yes. But the trailer
looked awful. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. It looked bad. It looked like Morbius, just like reskinned with Kraven.
Yep. And
villains aren't. What did it say? Villains aren't born.
They're made.
They're made.
I need to talk about this for a second. Can we stop doing the tagline "They're made"? Like of anything. Oh, heroes, villains aren't born. They're made. This is the same tagline for almost every movie ever.
Yeah.
I hate it. Be original, please. Okay, but the movie looks terrible.
Yeah.
It looks bad. And I had the same issue with, I just watched Batman Returns. Had the same issue with Catwoman. She gets her powers. The cats lick her to give her, she gets powers.
Yeah.
First of all, she shouldn't have powers.
She doesn't need powers.
Same thing with Kraven.
Yeah.
Now, I understand in the comics he takes herbs and potions and drugs to enhance himself.
That sounds even better for the movie.
And it sounds better than what we got. I kid you not, a lion.
I was going to ask you that if that actually happened in the comics.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that does not happen in the comics because that is awful.
A lion's blood drips into his wound. Oh, and he gets lion powers. Not a radioactive lion.
And his eyes like glow. But you see that little shot of him in the dark with his like glowing yellow eyes? Yeah, man, I'm Kraven.
He's got no Russian accent.
Oh, yeah, bro. We got to talk about that.
Yeah.
Bro doesn't sound like Kraven at all.
Bro,
I heard the voice. I was like, who is this coming on my phone right now?
You know who sounds and is acting more like Kraven than he is?
Who?
Russell Crowe.
Yeah, he is, bro. Russell Crowe's always doing that accent, though.
Yeah.
I've seen like 40 movies of him
He's
doing that
Russian accent.
He's doing that Russian accent.
Dude.
But yeah, he does sound way more like Kraven. But why does he just drop it? Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get
it's not even that hard of an accent to do. Like
a Russian accent. It's one of the most commonly replicated accents
and
imitated accents.
Nah, man, Kraven doesn't need his famous accent. Like
that doesn't make him...
his banter with Spider-Man is like some of the best, and it's because of that accent that like a lot of it comes through. You know?
Okay. Yes. And what did you think of Rhino?
Okay, that was interesting because it seems like they're going like the actual. He's like turning into a Rhino man or something. You know?
Within the context of this Kraven verse or whatever they're doing, if this is the Venom verse or whatever, within the context of this movie, it makes sense.
Yes.
Because he has lion powers or whatever. And apparently he can like see through the eyes of an eagle or whatever in the did you catch that? He uses foresight or whatever to look through the eyes of an eagle. Whatever.
Bro, is he just gonna be like he's just gonna be a superhero?
Yeah. Basically. Okay, yeah. So, but within the context of this universe and this movie, Rhino being a actual rhino makes sense.
Or what if Rhino's the villain, bro?
I think that's probably what they're doing because they're clearly treating Kraven as a villain. They're not. They're literally the tagline is "Villains aren't born." You know? So, I'm willing to bet that he is a villain in the movie, but he is still the protagonist, who's the antagonist. It's
I will say this,
Rhino.
at least between the marketing difference between Kraven and Morbius has one slight difference, and it's that Morbius was like marketed as like a hero and villain. The line is blurred with Morbius,
right?
You know, he could be either. But with Kraven, they have like strictly said, "Oh, he is a villain."
Yeah,
he is a villain. You know, and even if he fights another villain, he is still maybe a villain.
Yeah. He's still a villain. I
just don't know.
I'm not even joking. I think the heroes aren't born, they're made tagline might have been used for Morbius too. I can't get over that. Looking at this poster, which the image is cool.
The image is awesome.
But I can't get over the poster and that it actually says villains aren't born, they're made. Like that's why. That doesn't even fit this character.
This poster would be so much better if that tagline was just out of there as well. Like if
it
was
just said Kraven.
If it just Kraven,
the hunter, yeah.
Bro, that would be so much better. He obviously doesn't need this movie. Also, the Spider-Man reference in the trailer, like actually
with the spiders.
Yeah, with the spiders,
okay.
It pissed me off. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, that's the most like on the note. Oh, spiders, Spider-Man,
spiders.
Like, come on, man. What are we doing?
at the very least, it's not the Morbius Spider-Man tease where he was literally painted on the side of a wall, and then they didn't even include that in the movie. It was literally just for the trailer.
No, nothing will beat that horrendous Morbius post-credit scene. I don't care.
Yeah, nothing beats that.
I don't think Kraven will definitely have a post-credit scene, probably.
Yes, it will.
It will not be as bad as the Morbius one. There's no way it is.
It's so funny to me that DC, the DCEU, is finally being corrected and is like, well, we're going to start over. We're going to make it right.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. Everything that the DCEU has, every single movie is better than what Sony has put out in this Venom verse. I genuinely believe that. Even the ones that are genuinely not good in the DCEU, I think they're better.
I don't know. I think they're in the mix, honestly. For me, I think they're probably, there's some that I'm definitely taking, like Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman. That's a decently strong movie. That's probably better than any of the Sony movies, I'd say. But like Batman vs Superman, bro,
it's bad, but I genuinely think as a movie, it's probably better than more. There's to be
or
fair,
the first Suicide Squad.
That's pretty bad.
I think that's the worst out of all.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay,
bro, Morbius is better than the first Suicide Squad. I'm not even joking.
Yeah,
I think it is.
Okay, I'll agree with that. Yeah,
maybe it's
about
not. I don't know. They're probably comparable. Morbius and which
they're both.
Hey, Jared Leto.
Oh yeah,
Jared Leto.
Duh. I know we've already talked about this so much about the Sony shit with the Spider-Man not related characters.
Yeah.
Just finish the Spider-Verse trilogy and be done. It's kind of how I'm viewing it. It's like finish up.
Well,
the
they're
Spider-Verse.
not, bro. They still have El Muerto. They still got Madam Web.
We got this trailer for Kraven, and the trailer for Kraven looks bad. I'm not ready for El Muerto. I'm not. Please,
bro. That might be the worst out of all of them.
It might be because it's a character that's not even like he's got one comic where he's with Spider-Man. That's it.
I saw a tweet today. Someone said, "Imagine if this happens," and it was like a makeshift El Muerto Rotten Tomatoes, and it was like a 90% score or something.
No.
Imagine it's just like the best movie.
It's the best comic book movie of all time. That would be hilarious.
Bro, I'm kind of hoping Madam Web just like resets all this like trashiness.
The Madam Web is this universe's Flash.
Yeah. It just resets everything.
God, we can only hope. I don't want to talk about Kraven anymore. Okay.
Yeah, no. Let's move on.
Now we got some MCU delays and some Spider-Man delays as well.
Yes.
Or not delays. We got Spider-Man new dates.
Yes.
So the new dates for Spider-Man, we have two new dates. We got November 8th, 2024, June 27th, 2025. I'm willing to bet one of these is Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, one of these is definitely Spider-Man 4.
I've
seen most people say that one is Spider-Man and one is Venom 3. That's what I've seen a lot of people say.
Oh, yeah. But Venom 3, yeah, it's probably. So November is probably Venom.
Yeah, we'll probably get. Yeah.
And then
so June
being Spider-Man.
June release for Spider-Man
2025. Yeah, that sounds more like that.
I cannot wait for Spider-Man 4.
I can't. It's gonna be so. It's gonna be so good,
bro. That suit.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait.
Yep, it's gonna be so.
And
good.
then Venom 3. Who knows, man? Maybe it could be fun.
Well, the Venom series so far has been like just fun.
Yeah, they've been managed. They've been definitely the most manageable.
Yeah, I do not expect it to be good though. At all.
Yeah, I'm not expecting much.
But we also got MCU delays for pretty much every movie. 2024, Deadpool 3 moved up.
Yeah,
it is now the first thing that comes out now.
It went from August to May, I believe, right?
Yeah.
So
September.
September, right?
Yeah, so it went from September to May. So they literally kind of went like it was the last thing to come out that year, and they moved it to now it comes out May 3rd, 2024.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, seeing that Deadpool 3 got moved up kind of like cured my depression of like a bunch of movie delays.
Yeah,
and
it
stuff.
does, doesn't it?
Like I was like, oh, they're still doing stuff. You know, they're still cooking and stuff.
It
like
makes you feel good.
Not everything's like getting delayed from the strike.
Right. Yes.
Good.
Yes, which is still going on.
Yeah.
Yes, so Deadpool 3, May 3rd, 2024. That is now the first movie that comes out after the Marvels. So after the Marvels, that'll be the thing we look forward to.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Literally like, so what, 3 or no, 3 MCU projects from now, because
Yes, they
Loki-
changed it back.
yeah, because Secret Invasion, Loki, and the Marvels. After those 3, it's Deadpool.
Yeah. So Deadpool, and then
Dang, so Marvel will be a little quiet for a little bit.
They will be.
From the Marvels till Deadpool.
they will be. Yeah. I
little
don't think
quiet.
there's any shows coming out
Yeah, I don't
that
think
they've
so
announced,
either.
anyways.
Yeah,
Um.
and I doubt that they this show's coming out.
Yes.
You know, I doubt
Yes.
they pull one of those.
Captain America, New World Order, which has now been changed to Brave New World,
Yes.
is August 26, 2024, and Thunderbolts is December 20th, 2024. Now,
So there's our 2024 lineup, basically,
yes,
right?
a genuinely good lineup.
Yeah, that's a great lineup.
Yeah.
Just from what we know of the projects and stuff, and the names alone.
Right.
That's a pretty good lineup.
I agree. And, okay, well, what do you think about Brave New World?
I New World Order just had it just had the ring to it, I think. Brave New World just feels a little too kiddie for what they're going for. I think.
Feels very Disney, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And I know it's the name of within the comics. There's something that's called Brave New World, and I understand that, and I'm glad that they're not just making something up.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it any less goofy.
I also think it's a pretty big name change, from New World Order
to
New World Order. That kind of installs kind of a sense of fear,
Right.
a little bit. Who's taking over the
Right.
world or whatever. Brave New World kind of feels oh well, this movie's gonna end with Captain America saving the day.
yeah.
I feel like Brave New World could have been better if it was the next movie's title or something,
Right.
coming off of
Yeah.
that New World Order, the doom of all that. Brave New World is the next movie. It's more hopeful.
I
you know?
agree. However, I don't want back-to-back Captain America movies that have New World in both titles.
The New World trilogy,
Oh man.
the Home trilogy,
The Home trilogy. That's my least favorite thing about the Homecoming trilogy is that home is in every
Yeah,
I mean they kind of put themselves in a corner after Homecoming because it was far from home.
yeah,
No way home.
yeah.
So, but yeah, Brave New World. Okay, sure. All right, whatever. 2025 MCU releases are Blade is now February 14th, 2025, and Fantastic Four is May 2nd, 2025.
Dang, so Blade on Valentine's Day.
Yeah. You think they're gonna market it that way? They have to.
That's interesting. Blade on Valentine's Day. I mean, hey.
This Valentine's Day, take your loved one to go see Blade.
Blade.
Rated R.
Yeah.
Kill vampires. Blood everywhere.
That's an interesting choice for sure. And then they got obviously the Fantastic Four. I mean,
Yeah.
those are two, hopefully pretty banger of movies right there,
And they're
Pretty
the only
strong
two that come
movies.
out that year.
Yeah. Oh, dang, they are.
Yeah.
So
At least by this
by
this
of right
release.
now.
Yeah, as of right now. And then 2026 is Kang Dynasty.
Kang Dynasty.
May 1st, 2026, and then Secret Wars is May 7th.
So they're still going
2027.
for that year apart kind of thing.
Yes, they are. And it's again, only movie within those 2 years. Kang Dynasty only movie in 2026.
So dang, we're kind of thin on movies after 2024 really, right?
Yeah.
There's
It seems like it.
because three is what most people expect at least.
Yeah,
in
and
movies,
then
right?
2 is their original,
Yeah.
what they used to do.
Maybe, do you think they kick it back to 2? Because I mean, I could see maybe they don't announce a third movie for 2025 and then announce a second movie for 26, a second movie for 27.
right. Yeah, maybe.
Because they said that they want to maybe pump the brakes a little bit because of the fan reactions and stuff like that. With
yeah,
content.
it's definitely with the whole quality over quantity or quantity over quality thing that they've
Yeah.
been kind of doing right now. It seems. I think they're gonna pump it on the projects.
Yeah.
So, which is great. Good.
Yeah.
We want really good movies every time. Basically.
We'll probably get fewer. Probably just get fewer shows and movies. Probably just slow
Probably.
it down a little bit.
Probably. Yeah. And then yeah, so that's the MCU delays that we've got there.
Dope that Deadpool got moved up though. That is very
Yes,
very nice.
that is a very big win
Because
for
they're
sure.
hopeful for it. Obviously, they're not going to move it up if they're not hopeful for the project.
Right, yeah.
And obviously, we're hopeful for the project because
Yeah.
of Deadpool 3. I also saw recently that Hugh Jackman's like stunt double or whatever recently got like his beard like trimmed down or something
Did
to
he?
like a shorter
Oh.
length and stuff, looking like Hugh.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, we know they're filming
Yeah.
right now, so.
So maybe it's like a time change kind of thing.
Oh
'Cause
yeah.
I saw different pictures. One where he had like Hugh's beard, but it was like longer, and then one where it was like cut down.
So he might start the movie with the beard and then get it cut down or something. Yeah. Okay.
Who knows?
Okay. We'll see. We'll see.
Shaving scene maybe for Hugh Jackman. He shaves a little bit of the beard off.
Yeah, maybe. And then we also got our first look at the suit, like a first good look at Captain America's suit. It looks clean.
Yeah.
It looks nice, and we also got our first look at Harrison Ford as Thunderbolt Ross.
Yes, and he actually got asked in a interview recently.
Yeah.
Will you be Red Hulk in this movie? And he goes, "What's a Red Hulk?"
classic Harrison Ford.
And people have been debating, obviously. Oh, does he actually not know what Red Hulk is? Bro, no. Bro, he knows what Red Hulk is,
I think he does.
obviously. I honestly think that this is like Harrison Ford leaning into the whole, oh, it's Harrison Ford kind of stuff, you know?
Yes.
I think we'll probably see Red Hulk.
I think, yeah. There's no way we don't.
And what's also interesting is, as far as I know, he is not growing out the mustache.
Yeah, the like key defining trait of General Ross.
So it's probably, if they do it at all, it's going to be CGI.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, a CGI mustache isn't that crazy.
Yeah, but we haven't had very good reputation with that in movies.
Yeah.
With Superman trying to get rid of the mustache.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we got our first look at that.
Yeah.
Zazie Beetz, who plays Domino in Deadpool 2, has confirmed that she is not returning for Deadpool 3. Now, this could be a situation of, nope, I'm not in it, but I actually am.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else has already said that they're in it. We already know who's all in it pretty much.
Kind of feels like it's like a, no, guys, I'm actually not in it.
Which is upsetting.
Yeah, she was really fun, I thought.
Yeah, her and Josh Brolin as Cable were two of the best parts of that movie. So it's disappointing.
Oh, man, I really hope we get Josh Brolin back.
I know. I hope so.
We probably won't, which I won't be that upset if we don't, but he was just such a fun, like, encounter with Deadpool and stuff. It was just so great.
It was so natural.
Yes, it was perfect. And especially, it was so fun at the time, too, because it felt like he just played, like, Thanos, and it was so...
Same year.
Yeah, and it was really so crazy. He played Thanos and then Cable, and which obviously he... Like, aesthetically, he fit Cable, like, one-to-one, basically,
yes, definitely.
comic-wise. And Thanos, he obviously rocked the voice and everything for Thanos.
Right.
And the face. I mean, Thanos literally kind of looks like Josh Brolin, you know?
Oh, yeah, they designed his face. Yeah. They put his face in there, yeah.
So, I mean, he's kind of inseparable from that character as well.
Definitely. And I think it's the only thing Cable that he didn't fit was the size. But that's it. That's, like, the only thing. Yeah. In other news, with the Spider-Verse trilogy, they have confirmed that Beyond the Spider-Verse is the end of Miles' story.
Yes.
So, unfortunately, we will not be seeing more of those, or that version of Miles, like a continued trilogy with that version. Good. Very good. I do think that's a good decision.
Yeah, it feels like they know that, like, it doesn't need to be like ringed out or anything like that.
Yeah, pump the brakes.
It can be stopped.
Yeah.
You know, there can be a conclusion.
Right. Yes. And
that would be refreshing to actually have like a film trilogy nowadays that is like actually like done. Like,
I know. Everything gets
like, we're actually done. We're not, no sequels, nothing, we're done, you know.
Yeah. Everything.
It's not like we'll never see Spider-Man again either.
Yeah, well, definitely, yeah.
So it doesn't feel, I honestly think they'll end it in a way where like it feels like it's kind of sad that we're saying goodbye to this version of Miles, but we know that we're going to get a live action version of Miles. So there is that to be excited for, and there is more Spider-Man stories, obviously, to be excited for, because we know Sony is not going to stop telling Spider-Man stories anytime soon.
No, they're not.
But it will be nice that this multiverse, Spider-Verse kind of trilogy is like, it's it, you know? It's a trilogy.
Yes, it will be nice to know that. The first 5 minutes of Secret Invasion was released. They did some good marketing there with the website and the encrypted code. It looks nice. It's looking interesting so far, and it comes out next Wednesday, and we'll be talking about that first episode, I'm sure. Yeah. Just based on the first 5 minutes, it looks pretty good, and I'm willing to bet that Everett Ross probably Everett Ross. Do you think is a Skrull in that scene because he gets attacked, like the dude that he's like talking to, like literally attacks him?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a great kind of mystery show where you really don't know who's a Skrull, who's not, and stuff like that. I think they're gonna portray that perfectly.
They're definitely gonna play into that as much as they can.
Oh yeah.
Do you think people are saying that Rhodey might end up being not like throughout the whole time? But
that would
like,
be insane.
I would kill myself if Rhodey was a Skrull this entire time.
What if he was like, yeah, I was waiting for the perfect moment alone with Tony. I was gonna assassinate him or something.
If they did that, if they were like, yeah, actually, I've been a Skrull the entire time.
Yeah, all those friendship moments you saw with me and Tony meant nothing to me.
Oh man,
that'd be so funny.
Oh man,
but also like heart-wrenching. Don't do that.
Yeah, please don't do that. I love Rhodey. Also, but he's getting a movie. Like he's literally got a movie coming out. So I don't know that it'll.
I think we'll definitely see like a Skrull impersonate a main
right.
character.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
And we'll definitely have like that moment of shock and stuff like that, and a bunch of theories. But I hope that they don't retcon anything like
Robert Downey Jr. He comes in and he's like, no way you're alive, and he's like, just kidding, I'm a Skrull.
To be fair, they could literally use the Skrulls as like a way to cameo.
They could
anybody basically.
Yeah, yeah, but it's looking pretty interesting so far. What if Rhodey is, what if Rhodey turns out to be a Skrull, but he has been. Like still like the genuine friendship he had with everything is like still genuine. Just find out that he's a Skrull. That I don't know that I'd be okay with it, but it definitely would be better than him being a Skrull and being like, I hated everybody this whole time.
Yeah, I was plotting against everybody.
Yeah. That would work.
It would have been cool though if he was like, oh yeah, I was sent here, but as a mission to take over you guys and stuff, but then I just I got captured by Tony's suave and charm.
Yeah. He won me over.
Charmed by him.
Yeah. We instantly became best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's looking good. We'll talk about that when it comes out
for sure.
The final piece that I had was another Fantastic Four rumor.
Yes.
Vanessa Kirby is apparently the front runner for Sue Storm again. Who knows? Yeah. At this point, I'm like. Is it even news anymore? Yeah. There's something new every day about the Fantastic Four. A great choice. Vanessa Kirby's a great choice, but that doesn't mean we don't need to keep hearing about it over and over. It's like this person's gonna be in the Fantastic Four. At this point, everybody's in the Fantastic Four. You are in the Fantastic Four. You and me are in the Fantastic Four.
Literally.
Anyways,
we should be though. We
actually should be. Yeah.
Just like background characters or something.
Yeah, we deserve it.
Yeah, make me Dr. Doom actually now.
Said
I demand this.
Said no acting experience. Let me be the main villain.
I am Dr. Doom.
We get that image of you in the face mask. So
I am Doom.
Yeah, I am Doom. Well, what Marvel news did you have this week?
That was actually all that I had as well. Yeah, you covered my bases as well. Yeah.
Well, then that means, actually, before we jump into our reviews, let's do our recommendations for this week. I only had 2. I'm just gonna do them real quick.
Okay.
Watched Bumblebee. We watched Transformers: Rise of the Beast this past week.
Yeah.
And so naturally, I was like, well, I gotta watch the other movie that is before this.
Yeah.
So Bumblebee, I watched that. It's good. I think Bumblebee is probably the best movie in the Transformers universe. Okay. It tells the genius idea to have go from this huge spectacle of CGI and noise and to just make a grounded story about a robot and a girl. Amazing. I mean, it's basically the Iron Giant, but it's still it's still great for a Transformers story, and I genuinely really liked it a whole lot. I think it works on its own more than any of the other Transformers movies. It's literally the one that you could just sit down and watch and never have seen another Transformers movie.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it. And I do love the grounded feeling. The 80s setting is perfect. Who would have thought for Transformers 80s setting? Whoa, what? But Bumblebee was a lot of fun. I gave it 8.5 out of 10. Very good.
Nice.
And then my other one was 12 Angry Men, which I believe you've talked about on here already a while ago, but still incredible film.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the best movies I have ever seen. One of the most progressive movies I've ever seen, and it came out in 1957. It's literally just about a group of jurors, or a bunch of jurors that have to decide whether a young boy is innocent or guilty. And that entire journey of coming to a unanimous decision is amazing. It's so good, and they make it exciting, and it's just guys
sitting
at a
care
table.
about the actual case, you know?
Yes, exactly.
And it's, I don't know. To me, what 12 Angry Men does is like it shows how like just a filmmaker and actors and a team of like set people and stuff, they can all come together and make a fantastic movie that lasts for ages, that impacts like different generations of audiences and stuff, with just a camera in a room with actors around a table, you know, with a really good script. Like it's crazy how simplistic it all really is, because like you explain like the plot of the movie, and it's really like 12 jurors decide if a man's guilty or innocent in a room, basically.
And it sounds boring.
It does. It honestly does. But
the movie makes it exciting, and you care about everybody and their stories and stuff.
Yeah,
and
it doesn't. I believe it doesn't. It doesn't actually ever tell you, definitively if the man is guilty or not. You know, and that is a good part of the movie, because like that's not necessarily the point of what the men were talking about in the first place. Even though that they were deciding that and stuff, that's not where the conversation led to and stuff. You know, and obviously the scene where they stand up.
Again, one of the most progressive movies. That scene is incredible, and I can't believe that was done in 1957. And the whole point of the movie is for this group of men to come to one decision, not to actually find out if this boy is guilty or not. Yeah. And I love that. That's not a spoiler or anything. I mean, the movie came out
1957.
Yeah, it came out like 80 years ago, but it's incredible film.
Some simple but effective symbolism I think the film uses is that the main juror, the main like character that we like, that starts off saying no, you know how they all go, all right, let's get this over with, guys, everyone vote yes, we know this guy's guilty, we've seen him, and then you know, everyone says yes. It literally acts like it's all casual, and then the last guy or whatever goes no. And it's like that's like the main guy kind of that we follow through.
He says, "I don't know."
Yeah. The simple symbolism I think that is really effective in the film is that he has like a white jacket, a white suit jacket on, while everyone else has like a dark colored suit jacket. They have a gray or a black suit jacket on that they came in with. But it just some simple symbolism of showing that this man that came in obviously starts with that differing opinion from the rest of the group. And then it slowly radiates as everyone takes off their jackets and stuff like that, starts shedding their metaphorical skin or whatever, their opinion.
No, they literally start ripping their skin off. But so those movies were my Bumblebee, 12 Angry Men. Check those out for sure, definitely.
Awesome. Okay, so I had The Covenant, Guy Ritchie's The Covenant, his new film that he came out with this year. Follows Jake Gyllenhaal and an Afghan interpreter, Dar Salim. They both give pretty good performances. But they're kind of like off. They're kind of like traded off. So the film follows Jake Gyllenhaal, his character serving in 2002 or something. Like, in like desert. I don't know if it's Desert Storm, but when they like went into Afghanistan and stuff like that, like he was there serving and stuff. And then Dar Salim plays his like interpreter, and Jake Gyllenhaal's character eventually gets like knocked out or incapacitated in some sense, and then his interpreter like basically saves his life. Like he puts him on like a cart and like drags him like miles and miles and miles, and it's a pretty great showing of kinship and love and stuff like that, and a bond between these like guys who don't really know each other that well. They don't even particularly speak the same language that well, you know. They're not from the same culture at all, and they still have like an intense like bond with each other and stuff like that. And it's something that's not shown in enough military movies, because it's like, you know, a lot of times it's just like, oh, gunning down the bad guys and stuff, but an interpreter is like someone who he shares the nationality or the culture with the bad guys, you know, and he actively chooses to serve in the military. And that's another thing, is these interpreters actively choose to serve in our military and help our country fight their country, right? And even if it's like for good, regardless if it's for like just reasons or not, they're still serving in the military. And by doing that, our government promises them to give them things like a visa to get into the country. Once you're done serving, you and your family can come in the country, and we'll protect you. You know, you won't have to be afraid of the Taliban or whatever anymore, or ISIS, whatever. And that's what this movie also follows. That after Gyllenhaal has served his his service and stuff, the government doesn't come through with their promise to give the interpreter and his family a visa back here to the country. They essentially just gave him nothing, and they made him like one of the most wanted men in the country. The Taliban was on his head because he served against them and stuff like that actively, and our government just left him out there dry. And Jake Gyllenhaal personally, it literally wouldn't have been like, this man wouldn't have been able to get to America and stuff if Jake Gyllenhaal's character, which was a real life guy, didn't like personally call like every day and like consistently bother these people who didn't care. They didn't want to do their job to get this man a visa or anything like that, you know, protect his family. They were just going to let him die. And Jake Gyllenhaal goes, and he literally goes to Afghanistan and brings the dude home, like personally. And it's a great showing of bond and kinship and friendship between these two guys. And Jake Gyllenhaal, obviously, he gives a phenomenal performance. He has some big breakout moments and stuff where he's like, "Why won't you bring this man home? He just wants to come home." Stuff like that, you know.
Screaming Jake Gyllenhaal. Classic.
Screaming Jake Gyllenhaal. But Dar Salim gives an equally impactful performance for me in this as well, because he has he doesn't speak a whole lot, but he has like the subtle facial expressions and shows of emotion that really impact you. And at the end, spoiler alert, when he does get the visa, his reaction is a killer. It is literally a beautiful moment in the film, because you just see the relief just wash over like his face, that his family and him they're now safe. They don't have to worry about anything anymore. Well, not anything, but they have to worry about way less, you know?
Yes.
And it's a beautiful moment. And also awesome. Anthony Starr is in like the last he's in the last like 30 minutes of the movie, and he's pretty cool. He's pretty good. It's more of like, he doesn't give enough to where it's like, oh, Anthony Starr is really like a standout. But it's cool because it's Homelander.
It's Anthony Starr.
It's Homelander on the big screen, and I love it. He gave a decent performance, though. I mean, he wasn't bad. He just didn't have a whole lot of characterization.
He didn't get to have his Homelander acting.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
But it's crazy because Anthony Starr and Jake Gyllenhaal together.
Yes.
Two people that are great at playing psychos.
Psychos, yeah.
There needs to be another movie where they're the main characters.
I need more Anthony Starr in film. I think we'll be getting that. Yeah, I think all the boys' characters are going to be like, we'll see, because Jack Quaid. Jack Quaid's in the Christopher Nolan film.
Yeah, he's
in Oppenheimer.
He's in Oppenheimer. He's in Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's just in Spider. He's not like, just looking out, he's not that big of a character, but like in the universe, he's a pretty important character.
Yes, he's an integral piece of somebody else's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jack Quaid, I guess some people consider Jack Quaid the strongest Spider-Man then, because some people say that Spider-Man, the one that like died in Miles'
Right.
universe. Some people, or no, he was the one that
In
died
Gwen.
in Gwen's universe. Yeah, never mind. I thought I was confusing him with the Miles universe one.
What
'Cause
was
some
the-
people say that the Miles universe Spider-Man was like the perfect Spider-Man, and that he was like one of the strongest like Peters, because it makes Miles basically what he did like more impactful to the multiverse, because he might have indirectly killed one of like the strongest
Right.
Spider-Man out there, you know.
That's crazy. And I mean, Jake Johnson, Peter B. Parker, he literally comes in the first movie. He comes to the universe and he's like, "I was blonde and dead. I was perfect."
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah.
kind of hinted at it right there.
Yeah, that's true. And then my second movie was Casablanca. Got another old film
Yeah, I
here
saw that you
too.
watched this, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, all right."
I think this actually might be the oldest film I've watched. 1942.
Yeah, it's an old
Literally,
one.
this was filmed as World War II was taking place.
Right.
So, I think this might be the oldest movie I've watched, and it's a banger, man. It is definitely a banger. It's not like, oh, Casablanca, 10 out of 10 masterpiece, but I
Right.
definitely see, I definitely feel the appeal of
you get
the masterpiece 10 out of 10
Right.
talk and stuff like that. It starts slow. It definitely starts very slow, and it's only like an hour and 47 minutes, but the first like 20, 25 minutes, maybe even half an hour, are like, it's slow. There's not a whole lot going on, but it's more so like just slow building kind of setup, and it sets up for a very strong third act that just it's a big whirlwind of emotions. But the story it's a love story. It is a
Yeah.
love story about a man in love with a married woman, actually.
Oh.
And she's married to a guy who is he's like a beginning, kind of like the start of like a revolution to like pushing back against the Nazis, basically. Like he's like putting together like kind of like the pieces and stuff to start fighting the Nazis back and stuff. He's like it's like at the beginning stages,
Right.
though. And
Yeah.
stuff. He's like supposedly like an important kind of guy and stuff like that. But these two are in love because they had this they spent this time in Paris where they fell in love and they had a very romantic kind of it shows like flashbacks of it, and it gets very romance vibes in there. It's very, we're in love in Paris, and and we love each other.
Yeah.
But she's married, and she's married to an important guy. Now, where that comes into play is years later when they're in Casablanca, and the Nazis have control over Casablanca, essentially, and this guy has to end up making a choice between living the life he wants and yearns for with the woman he loves, or doing what he knows is right, which
Yeah.
is sacrificing that happy, glorious life with that woman and giving, her husband, literally the man that she is like with legally and stuff, giving her husband the go ahead because he knows it's right because of what he will do against the Nazis.
Right.
And it's very like, it gives a sense of like, you have to choose love or duty, and the acting by the main guy, Humphrey Bogart, the main guy, he's phenomenal with the subtlety that he portrays and how this decision kind of just yearns over his shoulders and weighs on him a lot. And he has some phenomenal like smoking scenes as well, because the aesthetic of him just like in the dark with like a cigarette going,
Yeah.
what's the point of this life without her? I don't know. just some crazy like aesthetic vibes.
Right.
The camera work, the music, the technical stuff is all amazing as well. 1942, remember, 1942, very fluid camera work, very expansive camera work that fleshes out like designs and and set pieces and stuff. You really get into like a bunch of like designs, and it takes you through different conversations with people and stuff. The camera, and it's nice. There's a lot of like one takes and stuff, a decent amount of them, and they all look really nice. The music is impactful, very emotional. There's like a main like love piece that the two lovers or whatever, it was like their song in Paris or whatever.
Yeah.
And it brings that, you feel the emotion that it has on the characters.
It's like La La Land.
Through the song, you know. And yeah, it is kind of like La La Land.
Of course this movie did it first, but
yeah. But like you feel that emotion that the characters are feeling as well.
Yeah.
And even though you don't have, this movie's from 1942, it's my first time watching it. I don't have that emotional appeal to that song or to this movie in general, really.
Yeah.
Because I didn't watch it when it came out, or I haven't watched it since I was born or anything.
Right, yeah.
But there's just something natural there that appeals to like basic human emotions and stuff. That's just beautiful.
Is this the movie that has the "Here's to Looking at You, Kid"? Is that this movie? Or is
I think
different?
I think so. And this also has a very famous line. I didn't even know this until I was watching the movie. Until it happened in the movie. But the famous line of "We'll always have Paris."
Oh yeah.
That's from this movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. That's funny because speaking of famous lines, didn't know movies. I watched a movie this week, Airplane, very famous movie that I have not seen ever.
Yeah.
I didn't know it's a comedy. It's hilarious, and it's the line "Don't call me Shirley." That's what this movie, because they say it in the movie, and I was like, oh, they're referencing whatever that's from, and I was like, oh no, wait, this came out in the 80s. This is the movie. Yeah, so yeah, it's hilarious.
That is cool. That's just fun moments.
I love hearing famous lines in movies I've never seen.
It's like your first time. It's like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, that's a great line.
Yeah, it's like, we'll always have Paris. It was beautiful too. It was a great movie.
Awesome.
Definitely recommend for, like whoever hasn't seen it. I guess I know that it's an old movie, so either doesn't appeal to people or whoever wants to see it has seen it.
Right.
So
So those are our recommendations for this week. Go watch those right now, this second. Not this second. Watch the rest of the episode. Listen to the rest of the episode, and then go watch them.
Then go watch.
Yeah. So this week was a big one. We had two movies. Well, technically this is the past 2 weeks, but this past 2 weeks is a big one.
Yeah.
We got Transformers: Rise of the Beasts and The Flash. Let's talk about them both. So Transformers. It was good. It was fun.
It was fun.
It's definitely among the better Transformer movies for sure. But again, that's not saying like a whole lot.
Yeah.
So
I honestly agree with I think a lot with what Sean said about it. Like it has a like very much better writing than basically everything that has came before it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the epicness of some of the Michael Bay moments and stuff in those films. And Michael Bay obviously he's a questionable director. At like worst.
Oh yeah.
He's questionable with his
everything.
portrays of females and things like that. But this one in particular, I think, had a lot of strength in its writing. It felt like that. I don't know. It felt like there was a different writing crew behind it than the rest of the Transformers movies. The human characters didn't detract from the Transformers that much. It felt like, and the Transformers, they felt more like, Transformer, doing what, especially Optimus, bro. He was doing whatever.
Oh, Optimus was a dick at the beginning of the movie. He's like
he was doing anything.
Yeah, he's like a douchebag at the beginning of the movie, but then he actually has a character arc.
Yeah, he does have an arc. Yeah.
I agree. We'll get to this, but I agree with Sean on this more than I did with him on The Flash.
Okay.
Yes, it definitely balanced the human characters and the Optimus the Transformer storyline better. For a movie called Rise of the Beasts, you would think that the Beasts would be in it more.
Yeah, and the only one that has really any relevance really is like the Primal guy. Like they kind of do some with Michelle Yeoh as
the bird, Air
Razor. Yeah, they kind of do stuff with her, but not really. And
Right.
then the other ones, they just
Cheetor
the
has
rhino or whatever too. Like
Cheetor, I think, has 2 lines in the movie, and Rhinox doesn't say a thing.
bruh,
Yeah. So
sad.
and
face.
Optimus Primal, worst name ever.
Yeah, that's dumb.
What were they thinking? But definitely the best. I mean,
Yeah,
he was
cool.
He was cool. Yeah. And they tried to have.
I didn't
their,
know Ron Perlman voiced him. That was
Ron Perlman.
that was interesting to find out. Ron Perlman voiced Optimus Prime.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean, that entire. Well, I say that entire group, but like the movie had a bunch of famous people in it that I didn't realize. I mean, Michelle Yeoh, Ron Perlman, Peter Dinklage was the villain.
Pete Davidson.
Pete
was
Davidson,
Mirage.
robot Pete Davidson
Yeah.
he was Mirage, who was Mirage and Noah. Their relationship, I think, was probably the best part of the movie. I think it's for me, it was the best part of the movie.
I think it's second between Noah and his brother. I think I really like
Okay.
Noah and his brother's relationship.
There was barely any of that.
but I don't know. It had the weight behind it.
It did.
Because that was like the foundation of Noah's character was
Yeah.
like his brother and stuff like that a lot. And that carried over with Mirage because Mirage felt like more like the older brother kind of
to Noah,
you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely. I think the overall had the most strength behind it for sure of the film. I don't know in terms of what like didn't go right. The third act is like it's a cool battle. The battle's not bad, I don't think, but like there's just some parts of it where it gets a little much.
Yeah, and
when Noah gets his suit.
Oh no! Yeah,
it's like way too much for me. I won't lie. I'm not a fan of how his face looked in the suit. Mm-hmm. It kind of took me out of the movie a little bit. It's like how his face actually looked. But even still, I don't know.
And it took place on a gray battlefield, and a bunch of heroes came together.
Yeah.
It was Endgame.
Yeah.
They had and they even say, I mean, like spoilers for everything, by the way. They have their Avengers Endgame or Avengers Assemble moment where it's Autobots roll out and they'll run. I was like, this is beyond obvious.
Yeah.
Like, why are they even trying? Yeah, it's there's a lot of plot conveniences.
Oh my,
like a lot of plot conveniences. Oh, we have this suit here for you to fight along with us. You know?
Oh, this girl can randomly encode alien languages.
Yeah.
Bro, when she gets it to the alien computer or whatever, I can figure this out. Proceeds to figure it out in like 2 seconds.
What?
What?
Yeah, I read alien dialect. You didn't know aliens existed.
What?
How do you read alien dialect if you don't know aliens exist? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Well, but it was fun. At best, it's a fun robot transformer movie. It does the best thing possible, and it focuses on the Transformers.
Yeah.
You know, and that's really all you can really.
Literally, the only
for.
thing that I think you could have. The biggest thing I think they could have done is just focus on the Transformers more, honestly. I think there is areas in the human stories that could be trimmed down a lot more to where the Transformers feel even more prevalent, you know? Well, like the one girl Transformer, bro, they barely even touched on her. I would have liked to get, like
RC.
She could have been.
She's a cool Transformer.
It could have been cool to get like some more characterization of a little bit.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been that many like girl Transformers in general.
I think she's like the only one. Well, in Bumblebee, the main villain is a female Transformer.
Okay, yeah.
But I can't think of any others.
Yeah.
So but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was
fun.
definitely enjoyable. I feel like there's something else I was gonna say about it, but it was fun. I had a lot of fun with it, but it could have been way better.
Yeah, there were definitely areas that lacked, and the animal parts, like you said, were
the beasts, definitely lacking on the beasts in a movie called Rise of the Beasts. Yeah. You know, come on. Oh, it was the ending. I gotta talk about this ending.
Oh yes.
So from what I gather. you already knew what was going on when it was happening.
Well, because I heard like rumors about there being a G.I. Joe Transformer like crossover movie before this.
Okay.
Now I didn't know that the G.I. Joe, they've actually already collabed apparently, like in the comics and in their comic and stuff like that. They've had collaborations and stuff like.
I guess that makes
like
more
Optimus
sense.
has like killed like part of the Taliban and stuff like that.
Oh my
I guess.
God.
Yeah, but I just.
Yeah, when it happened, when he gives him the card and he flips it over and it said G.I. Joe, I like leaned over in like pain. I was like, "Are you serious? What is happening right now?"
And it felt so bad because because everything that he was working for, everything that Noah was working for, like the treatment for his brother and stuff, literally everything just got handed to him.
Right, yeah, and the like right there. Yeah, we'll give you your treatment and
your whole character arc. There it is.
Yeah, here's your character arc. Yeah.
So like, what did he do this all for then? Like, to prove to you guys something? I don't think so. You were already following him apparently. So like,
right.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
They really tried to pull a Nick Fury. It definitely felt like a Nick Fury
definitely did.
at the end of Iron Man, and it just flops.
Yeah.
It is not good. Dude like opens up the wall and the facility is like, how do you not see this from the outside? Like it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so it's fun. I definitely, if you're a Transformers fan, I can't imagine how, like, I've seen people that are like hating on it, say it's like terrible. I really don't think it's awful.
No, I don't think it's awful either. And if you're like a big Transformers fan, you'll probably like it more than us. Honestly.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. So it was fun. Definitely, if you're a Transformers fan, go check it out. But if you're not and you want to watch a Transformers movie,
check it out.
Watch Bumblebee because it's better.
Yeah, definitely.
And they give like one reference to it in the movie. They're like, Optimus is like, I know that one human was good to you.
One human was good to you.
But that doesn't mean they all are or whatever. And it's like, okay, Optimus.
Yeah, I like how Optimus is like an emo kid or something. It's so funny.
It seems that there's kind of a trend with making Optimus like mean for some reason. It's like I don't ever recall.
Well, I mean, the Last Night is literally like
him. He's evil. Like, he's literally kills Bumblebee.
What
or
if
something.
Optimus Prime was bro? I'm sick of this, bro.
Yeah, that was like the whole draw of the movie too, and he's only like evil for like a second.
Bro, the whole like, what if the main good guy was evil? Bro, that stuff died. Zack Snyder killed that stuff off with Superman.
Yeah, and it was like the first time they had tried it. Too.
Yeah,
Like,
it was done.
And it was done dead on arrival. Yeah, yeah.
But it was.
So that's Transformers: Rise of the Beasts. Yeah, 7 out of 10. 6 point, or I gave it 6.5.
I gave it a little lower. I gave it a 5.5. But I more so just found it fun. You know.
Yeah, don't go in expecting an incredible, immaculate story.
Definitely not.
It's a lot of fun, family fun, I would say too, for sure. Yeah, and I gave it like a 6.5. You gave it 5.5. Yeah. Okay, The Flash. This is the most recent of the two movies.
Yes,
and I liked it better.
Yes,
definitely.
I liked it better as well.
Real quick, I want to say we compared what Sean Chandler said with the Transformers one, and we agree mostly for that.
Yeah,
I disagree with his view on Flash. He said that he thinks it was better than No Way Home. No, I don't. I don't think that at all.
Yeah.
I think that is sorry, but I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
It's a great story. It's a great time travel movie. I think it perfectly handles some time travel elements. It does a good job of making it feel like, oh, things are different. Things are different here. He did something to really mess things up. And it's a good multiverse movie. And the story with the main story, which is Barry and his mom, and it trying to go back and save his mom.
Yeah.
I think that's great. I think that it truly is all great. Probably the best scene in the movie to me is when he talks to his mom, in the grocery store. Great scene.
Yeah.
But some elements were a little messy.
Yes.
I think that this one, with the nostalgia stuff and the multiverse stuff, this one was more of a, hey, look, hey, look at this. You know this, you know that, more than No Way Home.
Oh,
because I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, No Way Home has nostalgia elements. Of course, the whole movie is nostalgia, but that's not the point. The characters can be replaced with different actors, and the movie is still just as good.
Yeah,
because
the point is that they took those nostalgia characters, and they literally did with the multiverse what everyone like says the multiverse is like. The big problem with it is that there's no emotional weight. There's nothing that makes you feel like these characters matter because it's just so big in scale and grand.
Like why does it matter?
And explosion and noise and everything, you know? But No Way Home tied those characters into the plot and the relevance of the story. And the other Peters actively grow and help Peter 1's growth, you know?
Yes.
Like, they actively help his growth and how he, like, comes to terms with what happens with him in the movie and how he comes to terms with still being Spider-Man and to still keep pushing on. They actively help him. That is them contributing to the plot of the movie. And even the villains. The villains are redeemed or, you know, halfway kind of redeemed or more so cured.
Yeah.
Either or. They play relevance in the movie, too, because some of them become full-on good characters now.
Yes.
Like, not good as in they were bad before. Some of them are.
Some of them were bad before.
But some of them were like they were bad and then they became good, but it feels well. Like Doc Ock. He became like a good guy, but it feels good.
Was.
Yeah,
so
and he already was a good guy, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't like they took a villain and he was
a cured one.
And he's cured and then all of a sudden he's a good person.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like Otto was a bad person who then became mind controlled and then was a good person.
Yeah.
He was a good person already.
Yeah.
And now he's just back to who he was before and he doesn't have to die.
Yeah. And then like obviously Electro was
the biggest improvement, I think.
A huge mess in the in TASM 2, right? But his character at least was a huge mess and it got redeemed in No Way Home by him having weight. Behind the performance, and it's not the appearance change necessarily. That is a part of it. That is bringing
aspect.
in that that new feeling, but it's just the redemption and how he's handled. It doesn't feel so. You tripped over me and forgot my birthday, Spider-Man. You know, it doesn't feel like that.
Yeah,
and it has weight behind it. Now the Flash, it throws them at you. You know.
Very much so. I mean, it literally has the climax of the movie is, hey, look at these people that you recognize.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was done. I definitely felt I liked it. Like in the moment, I enjoyed seeing them.
I think some of them they fluctuate more so.
Yes.
Like some of them were funny. You know.
Yes.
Some of them were, oh, that's kind of nice, you know? And then some of them were more so, that was just okay. But they vary in my reaction, but none of them weren't No Way Home, you know? They weren't the No Way Home where it's like, yeah, they're interwoven into the plot and stuff. No, they were very much, hey, here's this guy. Here's this nostalgia.
Here's this face,
you know?
Yeah. Here's the CGI face. Literally, almost everybody they showed was dead.
Dude, one problem I really have is the CGI like faces and stuff like that.
Yeah.
More so, so the ending like scene where you're seeing all the CGI faces, I don't have as much a problem with those ones as I do with the ones like inside like the Speed Force kind of.
When it's like actually happening.
Like Henry Cavill's guy and stuff when he passes and his face is like, bro.
And Andy Muschietti, the director, said that all of the CGI was intentional.
Yeah.
I call bullshit.
Yeah, bro. Oh, dude, I meant for it to be goofy. It was bad on purpose. It meant to
be horrendous on purpose.
No, bro. Like
no.
Everyone can admit the CGI it's not great. It is. It's not great. Even like in some of the standard scenes, it's not great, you know? Yeah.
There are moments when it looks great.
Bro, that's the crazy part. Is there are moments where it looks really good. There are moments where it feels like the studio was like, yeah, let's throw in a little bit more cash in this area.
Let's work on this scene specifically. Like the
Supergirl. I feel like Supergirl had like a lot more effort behind a lot of the scenes compared to just some of the floating like CGI heads and
Yes,
the
definitely.
CGI bodies and everything.
Right, like the scenes with Batfleck at the beginning of the
Yeah.
movie were great. And
Yeah.
it's kind of upsetting because the beginning of the movie teases you. Where
I
it's
really-
like, this
oh,
looks great. But
I really loved his conversation with Barry at the beginning of the movie, like
Yeah.
about the weight of the multiverse, and also like Bruce being like, yeah, my parents did die and stuff, but that maybe that had to happen in some sense of the word for me to become who I am and stuff like that.
if that didn't happen, we wouldn't be here right now talking to each other.
Yeah, and it's obviously Barry's just he's obviously the younger one,
Mm-hmm.
and he's worried only about his mom, which is understandable.
Yes.
that is a pretty concrete motivation to destroy the multiverse, I guess, is to try to bring your mom back. If you're going for any motivation to destroy the multiverse, I guess the mom is probably the best option.
Probably the best. Yeah.
But I don't know, that he just had a subtlety that to not only Ben Affleck's Batman, which I haven't been the biggest fan of, his Bruce or Batman in particular, that scene kind of hit.
Yeah.
It kind of hit.
And it sucks because this is the last time we'll see him
Yeah.
as Batman.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's probably the time he's been best as Batman.
Yeah.
I think.
We also know for sure it's the last time we'll see Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, because she's confirmed that
She confirmed that she's not coming
she
back?
confirmed officially she's not coming back. She said that she's happy now that she doesn't have to like wait for the call anymore to be Wonder Woman again or anything. So that was the last time we'll see her too.
Again, I have nothing personally against Gal Gadot, but she's not Wonder Woman to me.
Yeah,
she just
I don't
doesn't
think so.
fit. She doesn't like spry this like confidence of like, I'm a humongous woman that can kill you right now if I
Yeah.
wanted to. And it's like she just doesn't. She feels, and it doesn't help that she's like shorter than everybody else. But
Yeah.
she just doesn't fit for me.
Yeah.
And I think
I don't even, and this isn't anything against her, I don't even like her that much acting wise.
no, I don't either.
think
I
she
actually don't like her as an actor either.
I don't think she fits like Diana really particularly at all, or like the acting
Really any
role,
role, yeah.
like, yeah.
I don't think she's as great as an actress either. But specifically as Wonder Woman,
Yeah,
she
she's-
just doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And I get she's Greek. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Pretty sure they cast her because she's Greek.
I think so, probably.
Yeah, and
Do we need a Wonder Woman to be Greek, Like,
yeah.
I think you can find just like a black-haired white chick that
know,
looks like
I know,
Wonder
yeah.
Woman more, and it can act more like Wonder Woman,
Right, like her stunt double or whatever looks more like Wonder Woman than she does. or whatever.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, and it doesn't like she's Greek. Okay, get a Greek actress.
There are other Greek actresses, yeah.
Yeah, who can act. Get one who can act.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
come on. But anyways,
Yeah.
we're trashing on the wrong thing. I
Yeah,
think.
that's
But
true.
it does suck that they gave us like a good feeling Justice League.
Yeah.
Like it felt like why haven't we seen more of this?
Yeah.
And we won't ever see it again.
Yeah, we won't. And there's no like, oh, maybe we will. No,
It's not. They literally drop Barry in another universe at the end of the movie.
I'm honestly
and it's-
confident that we probably, after Aquaman 2, I don't think we see any of the original Justice League members
don't think so.
again, honestly. Which I don't know why Aquaman 2 is even still coming out.
It's literally the only thing we know about it is that it's the worst superhero movie of all time. Like, that's what we know about it. That's what people have said. So why even release it? I don't know.
I don't know. And it's also like, the Flash is like, oh, we're done with this universe. Aquaman 2.
Aquaman 2.
Aquaman 2 is the real finish or whatever.
Right,
but-
because Blue Beetle technically
Yeah,
takes place
yeah,
within it too.
Yeah, and that's so weird too, because it's like Blue Beetle comes out in between, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, something new, fresh. After the Flash, it's like, oh, Blue Beetle, something new, fresh, exciting, something for the future. Aquaman 2, back in the slouch,
Right.
back to DCEU.
And James Gunn said that Blue Beetle is technically the first film in the
Yeah.
DCU, but has said that it's not the official start of it.
Yeah.
That's literally like if Marvel made a movie right before Iron Man and they were like, but this isn't really we don't really count this.
Yeah.
This is Iron Man's the real star. It's like, no, whatever you made before Iron Man, that is what.
Yeah.
But you know, luckily that
It'll also
that's
be
what happened.
funny to see how James Gunn like promotes Blue Beetle compared to like the Flash and Aquaman 2.
Right, yeah.
I feel like he's gonna be really like, yo guys, go see Blue Beetle now.
yeah.
Compared to Aquaman 2, it'll be like,
Yeah.
yeah, go see that.
Well, what Flash did was for me was make me not trust anybody else's like opinion before a movie comes out, which is
Yeah.
like I'll never listen to Tom Cruise say that the movie is really
Bro,
good.
Stephen
again.
King said this movie was good,
Yeah.
bro. They were obviously paid. Like,
Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way that these men who don't watch superhero movies watched one superhero movie and they were like, "This is the greatest movie I've ever seen, ever of all time."
Yeah, no.
Sure, okay. It's not even like, it's not even for me. It's not even like considered like one of the best. Like it's not even like in that category of
No.
greatest comic book movies. It's like maybe third tier.
yeah, it's
It's not bad.
got issue. I
But
mean,
it has
it's definitely-
issues.
yeah, it's not bad, and it's so hard because the main opinion on it is so polarizing.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as a lot of people make it out to be,
Not
but
at
it's
all.
not as good as some people make it out
Not
to
at
be
all.
either. You know, but it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. It is better than average, I think,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not. It's really
It's-
not as
it's
good. as
missing
some
a
people
lot.
say, yeah.
It's
I personally liked Supergirl the most.
Yeah, I was gonna say-
I'll just get that out the way. Supergirl was my favorite part of the movie. I really liked Sasha Calle and stuff like that, and I really think that she's the only reason why I think that she like dominated the movie for me so much is because I think that she's the only one that there's something to be excited about
Yeah.
for the future.
she feels like she tried.
Yeah.
Like she was like, "Oh, I'm new to this. I get
Yeah.
to." Everybody else felt like this is the end. We're
Yeah.
kind of done. You know. She felt like I'm gonna come back maybe.
And bro, if
I don't know.
I hope she's DCU's Woman of Tomorrow because I didn't know that they're doing a Woman of Tomorrow movie.
It's like the third movie in the DCU lineup, and I mean, I hope. I really do. I think she was.
hope.
I think she was great. As
I just have a
Kara.
bad feeling that it might be.
Yeah.
This could have been like a past regime like move or something, you know.
Yeah.
And it maybe is not a part of the James Gunn and Peter Safran like new going forward
Right.
stuff. I don't know.
I don't know, and
She has gotten positive reactions though from almost
Good.
everything I've seen. Most people have said that they love her, so
She's probably
hope so.
the best character.
I think I think she's definitely the strongest like singular character
Right.
and stuff. And
She doesn't even have that much screen time,
She really doesn't.
which is upsetting. It's like, come
Yeah.
on, she was so cool.
And her acting was so good, bro.
She was great.
She felt like no one in the movie is particular bad. I would say like, even Ezra Miller gives a
Yes,
strong performance.
this is let's get this out of the
Yeah.
way. The only praise Ezra Miller will get on this movie right now is that they were good.
yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I just thought that she was the character that drew me in. Like I was like she gave me the most like holy shit, I'm actually like really hype right now.
Like
kind
I'm
of
actually
moments.
liking this movie.
Like when she when she lifts Barry up into the sky
That
to
shot
like
is
get
so
shot,
nice.
bro. Literally the entire character, oh my gosh, bro, the delivery of what did you do?
Yeah.
To Zod, and Zod goes, unfortunately, the child did not survive.
That's so
and
good.
she goes, just like
She
immediately,
Homelander.
bro, I loved it.
Yeah,
bro.
she was great. She was awesome.
And when she came through with that punch, like that slow motion,
The
punch,
slow motion. And Barry, you guys should have seen that in slow motion. That
Yeah.
was so good. That was a
Yeah.
good touch. And my favorite joke in the movie is, "Come on, Barbie, let's go party." I genuinely probably my favorite joke in the movie. Well, I think the only thing we have left to talk about in the movie is Keaton,
yeah,
Michael Keaton.
yeah.
I think he's personally he's one of my favorite aspects of the movie, and he does kind of feel like, hey guys, remember him?
Yeah.
But I think what really brings down his character is that they promoted him so much.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the thing that hurts the movie the most is how much they showed in the trailer.
Yeah.
Because I mean, imagine they literally showed both of the like cheer moments for Keaton.
Yeah.
Which were, yeah, I'm Batman, and then let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts. Yeah.
Showed both of them in the trailers. So in the movie, it's like, oh yeah, well, there's that line that we've already seen.
It did feel. I also got the feeling that I was getting hyped for like scene moments that I saw in the trailer. Like,
Yes.
like when they all when the two flashes like slide and Supergirl slides all
Yeah.
together, I was like, oh, that's hype. But I've already seen it in the trailer.
Right. And I did like the arm lock and they like spin
Yeah.
each other around. Yeah. The action with the flash action and the use of speed,
Yeah.
probably the best usage of speed that we've seen in a
Bro,
movie.
way better than the previous, just every time he uses it, it's slow motion,
Yes.
I got so sick and tired of that, and in the Justice League, in both the Justice League iterations, it's so boring. But they use the slow mo in a good way, and then they also had a lot of scenes where it's not slow mo; it's just him,
Yes.
just going fast,
Right.
And there's a good balance between that to
Yeah.
show the speed and stuff, I think.
And the opening with him running through the
Yeah.
running.
Yeah.
And the opening title.
Yeah,
the
where
title
it starts up.
sequence, and it starts up and then it goes down because he gets interrupted.
Yeah.
That's a good example of how goofy the CGI can look. It's a fun scene. Like, it's fun to watch the running around and stuff of him like getting to where he needs to go. But that run, man.
Yeah.
That the arms, oh man. And then make fun of it later when
Yeah,
he
when
runs.
when he does it without powers or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and he
he's
actually like runs like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's again, the people have talked about his run already. Like, that's not, it's goofy, but it's not, it doesn't kill it,
Yeah, definitely not.
But that specifically, I think about the opening scene when he runs because it's focusing on him only.
Yeah.
And the background is moving like extremely fast. So all you can see is him moving his arms like he's swimming or something. So, yeah.
It definitely has some goofy moments for
it's
sure.
definitely got some goof.
One moment that stood out to me in particular was I think it's when Keaton's Batman, spoiler alerts, when he dies for the first time, when he like crashes into the force field or whatever.
Yeah.
And Barry goes, "No!" Bro, that was the worst delivered line of the movie. I'm not even gonna lie, because all the emotional impact that death had, it wasn't more so a death, more so a shock factor kind of death.
Oh,
where
yeah.
It's like, whoa,
What, they killed
Keaton? Keaton just died.
Yeah.
It felt like he just ripped everything from him. At that moment, Barry just said, "Nope, I'm just gonna take any emotional relevance from that in my pocket."
It did, yeah. No.
And he looked goofy too because he's like,
You with his hand
with
on
the
his
mask
face,
and
yeah.
everything. It was like, nah.
The second time he dies, second time Keaton dies, I think that is
Which one? How did
when
he
he
die
when
the
he
second time?
when he recites Batfleck's line,
Oh yeah.
which is he says some other time.
Yes. Yeah.
So Batfleck, for those listening, Batfleck, before he breaks the timeline and stuff, he says, Barry says, "You want to go get a bite to eat?" And Batfleck is like, "Not this time, maybe some other time."
Yeah.
And then later, when Keaton dies for the last time or whatever it was, he's like, "We can save you. I can go back in time." And he's like, "Not this time, kid. Maybe some other time." And I was like, "Yeah, that's great. I really like that." The words, it's like, it doesn't matter that it's Keaton. It doesn't matter that it's Batfleck. It's still Bruce Wayne.
Still Bruce.
It's still Batman.
Yeah.
He still thinks the same way.
Yep.
Same line is still delivered.
Unless you're George Clooney.
Unless you're George Clooney.
You don't think the same way then.
I can't believe they did it. I can't believe they did that. I mean,
That was hilarious.
what better way to punish Ezra Miller than to just leave him in the Clooneyverse?
Yeah.
Just to be like, fuck you, you're in the Clooney universe.
That's literally like, yeah, you're not doing anything from
yeah,
now on,
because there's
buddy.
the big finale of like his dad being innocent and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's like, you think it's gonna end on a very good note.
Yeah.
And Clooney comes out, and it feels like the movie itself is like, screw you, Ezra.
Yeah,
You ruined this
it
movie for us.
It really does, honestly. it really feels like they're like, yeah, fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
it was like, it feels like they finally were calling out everything Ezra did,
Yeah.
and now we know why they didn't.
and it
say
was
anything.
just George Clooney's like smiling ass face.
Just
like,
him being Bruce, just being like, "What are you talking about? I'm here.
I'm here. I'm George Clooney.
George Clooney.
I'm
Bruce
Batman
Wayne.
too. I have nipples.
Bat nipples. I can't believe they dropped. And then the disappointing post-credit scene or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Just Aquaman being drunk. Okay.
That was awful. I'm not even gonna lie, that was awful.
I mean, like, cool. You ended the last DCEU movie with like a Clooney like cameo. Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool. I like that. But I mean, the true ending is like Aquaman being drunk.
did you hear about the alternate endings of the Flash? There were like 3 different endings apparently. There was the one that we got, and then there was scenes of Supergirl and various other characters showing up at the courtroom after his dad's trial and stuff. One set of characters was Supergirl, Keaton, and Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill's Superman.
Oh wow.
So this really could at one point was like the actual
was gonna end
goodbye
like
for Justice League,
Mm-hmm.
because honestly, if you had they had Jason Momoa in it, you could have just cut Aquaman 2 and just that. I mean, that is a pretty pathetic goodbye for Aquaman.
Yeah.
Him like being literally face first in a puddle on the
in a
sidewalk.
dirty puddle on the sidewalk. Yeah.
But hey, that's your goodbye for Aquaman.
It kind of makes sense for the universe. I mean, it's like, yeah.
But at one point, I think this film was definitely like truly like a goodbye DCEU full, and it still is, but not fully. You know,
Yeah.
because we know they got to sweep Aquaman 2 under the rug real quick. That movie's, bro, I'm telling you, that movie's gonna come and go so fast because they're gonna put that on streaming like a week after it comes out.
I bet they do, because first of all, it won't do very well.
No.
We already know it won't do very well.
No.
And it's like the afterthought.
Yeah, no, like, dude, the Aquaman 2 might do worse.
I
might do
just
worse than
realized.
Shazam, bro.
It's got Amber Heard in it. I just realized that.
Yeah.
It's got another thing on top of it that's hurting
Bro.
it already. Wow.
and that comes out this year, right? End of this year.
I believe it comes out in December, yeah. Oh, yeah, it comes out this year. So it's like Blue Beetle, the Marvels, those aren't the last two. I've kept saying, like, those are the last two.
Yeah.
But
Aquaman 2
truly
in
an
December.
afterthought. Truly an afterthought.
Whew.
Wow.
But no, The Flash,
I gave it a 7.5 or
I also-
7.
I also gave it a 7.5. Like I said, it's better than some people say, and it's worse than some people say, you know? And there are definitely things to enjoy about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And even Ezra Miller's Flash, there are things to enjoy about the movie, you know? Like, even the
Right.
most controversial things about the movie, there's something you can get from that.
Ezra does not. I do want to preface that, is that Ezra doesn't hurt the movie.
No.
I think the movie, it works. Watching them as Barry it works just fine. You can easily separate the person, the actor, and the character.
Yeah. I will say though, I feel like Grant Gustin should have been in this movie, like as a cameo.
It was weird that he
or
wasn't.
Something like,
You know the actor that they did for the old Flash when he's running in the Time Bowl or whatever? You know that version of the character isn't even the version that like played him or something? Like,
bro, I don't know if this is true, but I heard that actor was like a random guy or something.
yeah. Like they didn't even get the actor that played Jay Garrick.
Yeah, like from the Flash show,
Right.
or like, yeah.
It was just a CGI face, just some
Yeah,
guy.
it was just a guy. Like, what?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
What's happening, man? I don't know.
It was, and like the actress that played Supergirl in the 80s movie, the one that takes place in the Christopher Reeve movie, she's still alive. And so people are like, why didn't you did her and Christopher Reeve in the same scene.
Yeah.
Why wasn't that just her? Why didn't you just bring her in? I mean, I know she's really old by now, but it's like still.
Which that is another thing. You know, a lot of people have been very upset over the Christopher Reeve
Really?
cameo. Yeah, because of they don't particularly feel well about using, you know, like a CGI and a dead
To bring
a
back-
dead person, you know.
Yeah, but like half the people they showed were dead.
That's true.
Adam West, George Reeves, they're all dead.
But like a lot of people they took Christopher Reeve to offense like a lot. I feel like because that was pretty recent, right? That was decently recent, right?
Christopher Reeve, he died in 2008.
Oh, he died in 2008.
Yeah.
Oh, well, from the way people were sounding and stuff, I thought it was more recent than that. But
I'm pretty sure he died in 2008. He might have died earlier than that.
But no, people have been really outraged by that and stuff, saying that it's not really cool to use like the likeness of the dead actors and stuff like that, bringing them back. I don't know. I see a point there, but also like I doubt that I doubt his likeness was used without the consent of like his family or something like that, because that's literally like illegal type stuff.
Yes,
like you're treading on like a legal ground.
Yeah.
So I doubt that. I'm sure that his family at least consented to it.
Here's where I agree with that, is when the character is a character who they're clearly CGIing an actor who has passed away, but the character is a main focus. Like it's literally like the character. Like he's got lines. He's a part of the plot.
Yeah.
Rogue One is a great example of that. That's I think the first time they ever did it was
I think so.
I don't know the actor's name, but that actor that plays Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah.
He died, and so they CGI'd the character entirely with his face, and some other actor voiced him.
Yeah.
That is like a great example of like, don't do that. Why would you do that? But he had no lines. It was essentially the same idea of if they just drew him. You know, it's kind of just that. I don't see anything hurtful or harmful in any way.
Yeah.
Because they didn't try to bring back the character. They were just showing you, here's the universe where Reeve is.
Yeah.
Here's the universe where Adam West is. And it's like, Adam West died 4 years ago. I mean, that was that's the most recent death. Why aren't you talking about that? He's right there. You know, it's like, so I don't really agree with that. But I agree with it to an extent, but I disagree with it mostly.
Okay.
In the terms of how most people are using it, where it's like, oh, you brought back this actor who's dead. That's offensive. But it's like, but he's not a main character. It's not somebody doing a voiceover of his face. You know.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
But the Flash was fun. It was a lot of fun. Transformers, The Flash, two very fun movies.
Yeah.
That
The Flash just a little bit more so, I feel like.
I think Flash it's more fun, but at the same time, it's also a better movie.
Yeah.
So it automatically is like even more fun, you know?
Yeah.
So it's, I think, Keaton was great. Sasha Calle was great. They need to bring her back for sure.
Ezra Miller even, you know,
Bring Ezra Miller back?
No, not him back. Not them back, but they did their thing, you know? And
yeah, the only praise they'll get.
And
they're
that's
good.
it.
Yep. So I think that's probably going to conclude our thoughts on those movies.
Yeah.
Go see them.
Definitely.
They're definitely a fun watch, fun time if you want to go see a movie.
Definitely.
You got something you want to do? Go see them. They're fun. Well, we have reached the end of the episode. Thank you all so much for listening and tuning in.
Indeed.
Again, if you want to find us on our social media, you can find us on Instagram at the Cinemaniacs Pod. You can find us separately on Instagram where we post our own movie and TV reviews. I am at Maceo Movies.
I'm at Lotta Reviews.
And you can also find us on TikTok and on Spotify and Apple Music, whatever you're listening to this on right now. You can find us on pretty much everything. Not Twitter though.
Yeah.
I will not. Well, we're on Twitter, but I don't post on it.
Yeah.
but an account exists, and you can follow it if you want, but I'm not updating it. So thank you all so much for tuning in this week. We'll see you guys in the next episode. We'll see you in a flash. We'll be back in a flash. Bud. Bozo.
The Cinemaniacs Podcast.